We've loved it. We've been able to see the first few eps of this new series. Caleb joins us now live from Clarkson's Farm. Morning, Caleb.
Morning.
Morning, how you doing?
Very good. Lovely to see you. You're down there with the goats this morning. How busy has this morning been for you so far? What time did you get up and what have you done?
I got up, what time did I get up? 5:45 today, so it wasn't too bad. I normally get up about 5:30. Did everything my end. I did a few more chats to a few other press this morning, and then I'm on the farm now, finish this interview and then go and do some work.
OK, well, Caleb, we have to say we've loved this series so far. Both of us have absolutely loved it. And this season, you're promoted, is that right?
Yeah, I got farm manager above my name now. And to be honest with you, I think I was probably farm manager before I got the promotion, but we'll skip past that. And I'm very grateful for the promotion anyway, that is.
One of the things I loved was as soon as you took the opportunity to be farm manager, you made a big call. I think we've got a little clip of exactly what you did once you were named farm manager.
I've made a big decision. You are no longer the tractor driver on this farm.
What am I then?
I've decided I'm going to make you farm manager.
Really?
Yep. I want you to run the farming side of it.
You're fired.
What?
You're fired.
You're fired. I'm the boss.
I'm the farm manager. You're fired.
I'm not fired.
You are.
I'm not, because you haven't heard how this is going to work.
Tell me that, then you're fired.
How satisfying was it firing Jeremy Clarkson, Caleb?
Oh, it was awesome, but unfortunately he's still here.
And you're running a very special competition together. Tell us about the competition that you're running this season.
Yes, seeing I'm farm manager now, it's basically how it works. I basically farm the farmable land, and he's farming the unfarmable land, which is amazing to actually think. Actually, no, it's 1,000 acres here, but actually we're only farming 600 acres, so therefore the other 400 acres are grassland and woodland. So therefore, why don't we actually go out there and try and make a little bit of money on farming the hedgerows and bringing a little bit of profit out of the woodland and the grassland. So it's a really good idea, I thought. And I mean, it highlights how much money actually goes into actually grow food to put on people's plates.
Yes, because aren't you in the red a little bit at the moment? From what I've seen so far, Jeremy seems to be doing really well with his Henry the Hoover hedgerow jam. Yeah. And you're struggling slightly with all the costs that it takes to actually kind of get fields planted and do all that.
Yeah, and I mean, basically, as a farmer, you go out there, you put all your money in, from buying the seed, the fertiliser, doing the work itself, buying the diesel, and then, of course, you don't get a return until a year later, and who knows if you're going to get a return or not, because the weather can change everything.
Caleb, since we last spoke, you've become an international celebrity. You've toured around the UK, you've been meeting your public and your people. How are you coping with the notoriety and the recognition?
I mean, I'm a friendly person. I talk to anybody. I mean, if I walk through the street and I ask for a selfie, I normally say, yes, of course, and where are you from? And then all of a sudden we spend 3 hours talking, I'm in the pub playing darts with everybody. So, I mean, I just love chatting. I'm the most chattiest person you'll meet.
So it was the job that you were born to do, to be the public face of farming? Because there's no question what you've been able to do, what Jeremy has done and what the show has done, and you and Charlie and Gerald as well, in terms of raising the profile and also the issues that farmers face day in, day out with regards to the admin, with regards to planning, with regards to the weather. I mean, it's been an extraordinary experience for you.
Yeah, I mean, it's been an honour, because I get to show the world what I love doing the most. And I always said this, I think farming to me is not a job, it's a way of life. And let's face it doesn't matter if you have what car you're driving, what phone you've got in your pocket, even what house you're living in. What matters the very most is what's coming across your plate. Breakfast, lunch and dinner.
Mm-hmm. But when you say what car you're driving, what tractor does Jeremy drive?
He's got that Lamborghini, that awful Lamborghini tractor that we all see, which should actually be an ornament now and go to the farm shop and just stay there.
So you won't be getting one anytime soon then, a Lamborghini?
No, definitely not.
Yeah, but you have branched out, though, Caleb, because you've recorded a single as well. You're moving into the international music charts. Tell us about the single and how it came about.
Well, I wanted to raise some money for charity, but more importantly, highlight the issue of course, mental health in terms of farmers. And the weather affects that a huge amount. And I thought, how can I make a little bit of a difference? I know, assuming I'm a professional singer, you know, yes I am, I thought, why didn't I try and rap about a thing that I dislike? And then, of course, I rapped about sheep. And let's face it, they can't rap back to me. So, basically, I've won. And I've raised awareness in mental health. And, of course, I rapped that helpline. And that helpline is available 24/7 to any farmer that needs someone to talk to.
It's a brilliant cause. I think we should see you in action. In case anybody hasn't seen it, this is Caleb and his pop video.
Whenever the weather gets you down and you think you might be better off in a town, wait for the morning in all its glory. A new day can bring a different story. Ploughing straight lines makes my heart beat. Did I mention I can't stand sheep? I can't stand sheep.
It's just, but why do you hate them so much? What have they ever done to you?
Yeah, as a shepherd, I take this personally, by the way.
I mean, there's... Well, Ben, I mean, if you get in the field with them, I'm sure you'd be outstanding. But I think there's so many different reasons I hate them. I mean, for example, they get up in the morning, they go, right, what do I want to do today? I know, I want to just go and get stuck in a fence and die. That is a sheep's thinking.
I can see why that would wind you up. You've got 2 little ones as well, Caleb. Your son is now 3, I think. Oscar and little Willa is a little one as well. How are they on the farm? Does it look like they're going to be following in your footsteps?
Well, I hope so. I mean, I think every farmer hopes their kids follow in their footsteps and maybe take over the business one day. But I think, I mean, my little boy, he loves the farm, as well as my little girl. She's a little bit scared of the cows. They're a lot bigger than her, of course. She's only 10-month-old. But, I mean, I really want them to be a farmer, of course. But if they go and decide, I don't know, to move to London and, I don't know, be an accountant or something, I hope they know that I'm never going to visit them there.
Can't be chippy.
Thank you for joining us this morning. I know you're already filming season 4,
yes,
but
that started already,
season 3 of Clarkson's Farm is out on 3rd of May on Prime Video. We love it. Thank you, Caleb.
Thank you so much for having me.
Great to see you. You can go back and start your full day's work now, because I'm sure there's plenty of jobs waiting to be ticked off.
Sheep to
Great
rescue.
to see you, Caleb. So that new series, we've seen the first few episodes.
Oh, it's so
everything
good.
you want. It's
I'm
really,
going to go
really
back
brilliant.
now to season 1 and 2 too.
Go back and enjoy
So
it.
good.
Isn't it lovely,
They're discussing golf.
Oh,
Discussing got will come.
she's nodding off already.
Anton's with us now. Good morning to you, sir.
Good morning, my loves. How are we?
Very well.
Very good. I
it's nice.
have to say, you look immaculate,
Thank
as
you.
always.
As ever.
Well, as
Doesn't
you
he?
do.
Someone had to make an effort.
Both. Well, I know. Look at you all sort of...
I know.
Someone's been working out. Look at me
his
rolling up his
guns.
sleeves
I
soon.
think this is the first time
You look amazing.
I've not interviewed you with a tie on, though, because since I moved from next door.
Since you've gone from
Yes.
next door, you've dressed down. I've seen that, haven't you? I like that. You've gone all casual. If he's doing a 5 o'clock, he'd be in short.
Or if only.
So tell us about an evening with. What can we expect from the show?
By the way, I've spent an evening with Anton
Have
today.
you?
And let me tell you, there's surprises aplenty. It goes in directions you don't expect.
In a good way?
Oh, always. You just have to strap in.
Just have to clarify
up.
what it is that goes in funny directions. It is... Do you know, I have to be honest with you, my favourite thing in the world is being on stage in
Yes.
front of the audience. It's just magical. And I like the audience to help me steer it in certain directions. So I get the audience to text me questions. And I did it last year a little bit, and I wasn't going to do it this year, but it was so popular and so well received that people said, oh, come on, we love the question. So I've put it back into this show. The show is me on stage with my incredible band, the wonderful Lance Ellington, incredible. My beautiful dancers, all brilliant dancers.
They are significantly better than you, Anton, as well.
I say get them young and good, and it makes you look better. But it's... and then we're singing and the dancing, and then we do the chat as well. So it is enormous. Oh, there's a great
Lance is phenomenal as well.
Lance
How long
is-
have you been working with Lance?
Well, I've been working with Lance for about best part of 15 years, really, and I like to collaborate. I don't mind standing there doing my own thing, you know, dancing on my own. I don't mind dancing on my own.
Doesn't mind the spotlight.
I get a bit bored after a minute or two. I thought, well, I'm fed up with this now. The magic really is with a partner. I feel the same way about singing. I don't mind standing there singing a song, but I love to do duets and collaborate and sing with people because it's just that, it just goes, it's so much more alive.
Yeah.
And when you're dancing with a partner, that for me is everything. It's what elevates everything.
I feel the same about
Artistically.
you.
Do you?
Yeah, it's like having a nice.
It elevates everything.
Apparently.
Well, I
We
wonder how
need all-
Paddy feels
Well,
about this.
that's
Yeah.
mind boggles,
That's how it
isn't it?
But then, when you do have the questions from the audience, it must sometimes throw a bit of a curveball.
No,
you
I
never
love 'em.
quite know though what they're going to say.
Well, I don't know what they're going to say at all, so they just text me, and I have the phone with me, and away we go.
What
And
are some of the weirdest?
I don't edit
The brilliant
any of
thing
them,
is
I
that you
just
don't
go
know who
straight.
they are as well, because they can text in anonymously.
Anonymously.
So if you're
But-
feeling mischievous, you can send in a text message that you know is going to embarrass him or make him say something you have to be careful of.
Well, it's... But that's the joy,
Yes.
isn't it? And then you just have some fun with the audience. But it's grown and grown. Next year, we're already talking about a new show next year. And this year I had the wonderful Billy Deemer, Olivier Award-winning Billy Deemer, musical theatre legend, choreograph and put the show together for me. So the show looks magnificent. All the dance numbers are brilliant. And next year we're talking about what to do. And Billy's going to come on board, but it's going to be, I think it's going to be a musical show next year. But Billy's going to come on board and put it together again. So I tell you, it's so exciting. I almost want to do 2 shows next year. I want to do a big song and dance show and then just go and do a sort of Q&A show.
The Q&A.
Just a
So
Q&A thing.
The night we went to the
Go on.
Palladium, and it was sensational,
Thank
Anton.
you.
It really is. And I can't tell you how much fun you'll have. But I was sitting with Kate Garraway. Ruth was there. So there was a few of his ex-partners there. And someone texted and said, come on then, Anton, who's your favourite? Kate, Ruth, and went through all of them. And he had to sort of name and shame his favourites in front of everyone. So you can properly stitch him up if you want to.
Oh, you
And
can have
what
a go.
did he say? What did he
My
say?
favourite was always a lady I haven't danced with yet. Called Kat. She's a absolute
There's
delight.
the thing. So now
See?
she's back and she's ready. We think she would be perfect for this year's Strictly, don't you?
He's starting a campaign.
Do
There's
it.
going to be T-shirts
I'd be,
printed.
I mean,
and
I'd be
everything.
furious, actually, if you did it, because I
a
wanted
judge.
you to dance with me for many, many years, because now you go and get one of the young ones with firm to the touch with young hair.
Firm to the touch.
But you would be magnificent on the show, I'm sure.
You have
You'd be
not
incredible.
seen me dance. I have no rhythm. I am completely unflexible. It's no good.
That hasn't stopped half the
That
women
hasn't
he's been
stopped
dancing with
most of-
over the
You've
years.
met most of my partners.
Did you
then.
see Kate Garraway dance?
But listen, can I just say this?
Yes.
Come and see me at Wimbledon on Saturday night. I'm in Wimbledon on Saturday night. It's a sort of... I'm coming out again in the autumn, and I'm coming into London in the autumn with the shows I've got later in the autumn. But this is my closest London show in this little spring run, which is Wimbledon on Saturday night. Come and see me at Wimbledon on Saturday.
I think you're 27th of April to the 5th of May. You're sort of going off around.
My last bit of this spring show is until the 5th of May, as I say, Wimbledon on Saturday night. But then I go back out in the autumn and I do 2 parts. I do this again until the 26th of November, and then from the 26th of November to Christmas, I do a Christmas show.
Ooh.
So I'm going to flip it straight into a Christmas show.
It's just a
overnight.
show. Is it just a showman all
Cool,
the
we'll get a
time?
whole
Enough.
new
Doesn't
show.
matter what season. It's just a showman.
I'll give you 4 seasons of show. They're going to give you a hoedown during the...
Will you
We'd
come
be
back
ready.
and cook one time with us as well?
Let's do
'Cause
that
you-
as well.
you-
You did the baking. Yes,
Yeah.
I love that. I love that whole strand that we did for the show, because we did a lot of that with the children. I used to be a baker years ago, in a proper job, and I've changed my hair and everything, and there's more of it now.
Yeah,
and
it's funny, that.
so I'd love to do that again. I do a bit of that with the children now,
Yeah.
which is a lot of fun. We did a bit of that during lockdown, if you remember that.
Yeah, of
Father.
course,
Yeah.
yeah.
So we did all that together.
We'll
so,
have you back in a shot, Anton.
let's do it.
Come and cook
Yeah.
us up something nice.
Absolutely.
A little bit of training for Dealey before
She
the new
can
Stretches,
series.
maybe do a few stretches
oh,
or something
yeah,
like
touch
that.
my toes. Look, I'm off and running already.
Thank you for coming
Thank
in to
you.
see
Thanks
us.
for having me. It's lovely. I've
Wonderful
got a
to
new
see
book coming out in October. Can I book a little slot
Yes.
for October?
It's your
Whatever.
7th one, isn't it?
It's my 7th one. I'll
Anything
come and
else,
see you in October.
anything else you want to sell? You got a range of pots and pans or...
Not yet, but
Ties,
when we
jackets.
start that baking, I'll have a range of
It'll be
baking
off.
implements.
Thank you, Anton. Thanks for being
Thank
here.
you
this
so
morning.
much for
Thank
having
you.
me.
Looks good, doesn't it? Faith joining us now. All right, Rippers.
All right.
Lovely to see you.
Hello.
It's so good to see you.
Ah, the dream team.
Oh,
The
I'm on
dream
with
guest.
the dream
Friday
team.
The dream guest.
this looks good. Tell us about it.
It's just, do you know what? This was such an easy one to do in the sense of to want to do,
Yeah.
because it's an independent British film full of heart, really funny, sort of fly on the wall,
Yeah.
documentary style, and it's joyous. And there's also, like, a bit of a plot as well that pulls you along with it, bits of hot fuzzy, you know, bit like that. And it's really rare that we allow small films to come through and get cinema releases and
Feels lovely,
for
doesn't
us
it?
to go to with the family or whatever. It's great. You know, it was a real treat to be involved.
We've got down Hot Fuzz Meets This Country. Would that be accurate?
That's about right.
That's great.
Yeah, I mean, it's basically a sort of a whodunit with courgettes. Because basically, I mean, there is a reason why there's
Big
marrows.
courgettes.
It's about big vegetable growers. Not like they're not big, but the vegetables are big, you know?
So the competitive vegetable growing kind of
That
community.
niche world.
What is... Everyone's been there.
You know why they wanted to make a film.
What's the... So Joe Hartley's, obviously... She looks like
The amazing cast, yeah. So you've got Joe Hartley, who's fantastic, and you've got Richard Lumsden, and you've got Kellen Jones, and then Aisling Bea comes in. There's a big sort of ensemble of the likes of us that sort of pop in, do something a bit mad. Actually, it's quite complicated, so don't ask me the plot, is my main thought. I'd go and watch it, definitely. But I think
Is it Joe's marrow goes missing? Is that basically...
Yes, I think. I don't want to give anything away, but I think maybe I did it.
I wasn't asking you that.
I feel like you are selling this.
Give it away, give it
You
away.
are selling this. You're playing Linda Bloom. Is that who you're playing?
Linda,
So
yes.
tell us about Linda, because I know there's a lot of ad-lib in this, isn't there? Which is, like, your forte. It's got to be.
It's great. You don't have to learn your lines. So,
Just rock up.
tick.
Do they give you, like, a little format and say, well, I'll try and follow this?
Yes. I've actually done quite a lot of filming without script, but there was a script. Let me say, there was a very good script. And but every now and then you were allowed to sort of slightly merge between yourself and the actual words on the page. But basically, my character is sort of in love with Joe Hartley's character because it's all about these big vegetable growers and the competition of it, to be honest. Like, people really care. I'm going to say, don't like get on my back, but maybe unnecessarily care about some of these things in life. And it's their world, it's everything, you know. And so, anyway, I think we've got some real vegetable growers in it,
I want to watch
in fact.
this.
Yeah. I think we've got a clip, without giving too much away, that you've already given away.
I've already given it away anyway.
Just for the sake of argument, let's take a look.
It meant a lot to Tony to break the record last year for biggest leak.
Another round of applause for Tony Knight, ladies and gentlemen.
He's not a big shower of emotion, our Tony. I like to say that he's a grower, not a shower. But I don't mean anything cheeky, mind.
Don't touch, please, thank you.
Bumbridge and Tony, they are very much the Muhammad Ali and Cassius Clay of the big veg world. Big rivals.
Oh, it looks so good.
It
looks
is,
so
it's
good.
cute. It's
I think
really
the
cute.
question on everyone's lips is,
yes,
are you green-fingered?
OK. I've just been... No. I'm doing that.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not. I leave it to my husband, and he then seems to spend a fortune on growing vegetables. We've got a tiny little trough at the end of our garden, and I every now and then go down there, and it's just mud. And then there is a point in the sort of spring, summer where I go down there, and it's full, like a full crop.
So it's good.
So it's good.
Until I worked out what he's been doing.
What's he been doing?
He goes to Waitrose and he buys it. He just bought a load of lettuce and just put it on the top. And then sort of went to, like, I'm just going to go and pick a lettuce. I'm like, you literally just bought that at Waitrose.
So he makes it look beautiful?
Yeah.
Like, says, oh, this is my vegetable patch.
Yeah, for the barbecue.
I love your husband.
Yeah.
That's brilliant.
That is so...
I worked it out. I've only just worked out what he's been doing.
Now, listen, we're all a bit full, but we've always got room for more because you brought cake in.
So you love baking, don't you? You're absolutely incredible at baking, so I've heard.
I like to think that with 3 cookbooks to my name, I can bake. Admittedly, mine doesn't look as good as the one you ate earlier, which looked incredible.
So what did you make this yesterday?
I did. I made this because, obviously, I'm a big fan of the Bake Off, and...
Did you see Dermot win?
Oh, yes, you did.
That was the answer.
No, you did. That's right. Oh,
Yeah.
now I'm slightly scared.
Oh, God, don't worry.
Well, basically, I sort of want... I'm not so interested in the Hollywood handshake, but I am interested in the Hammond high five or the O'Leary
Well, let's have a look.
ovation.
Well, let's have a look. Let's have a look.
So
I'm very
let's see.
excited.
I am worried that mine isn't slipping off the plate. But anyway, don't...
Well, you made it yesterday.
It's extraordinary you haven't been either on or judging Bake Off. It just seems...
Well, OK, two things to say. It is extraordinary that I'm not the main judge.
Yeah.
I agree.
Correct.
This is very much the gig I'm after.
Well, you never will make host.
And the reason I've not been on is because I feel... Because I write, I'm a food writer as well, I can't lose, you see? It's all right
That's
for
the
you.
pressure of it, really, if you go on, because it's not your kitchen. It's quite difficult. Do you know what I mean? When you're not in your own kitchen, it's very difficult to bake.
This is lemon and pistachio.
And we're gonna share. We'll share.
Oh, you're going to share?
Yeah, only because we're out of time.
The key to this recipe, apart from the fact that it, can we confirm, delicious?
100%.
Yeah. Oh, no, are you actually joking?
I'm only joking.
It's the O'Leary ovation.
High five.
Yes.
Well
High five.
done.
Thank you. Anyway, it's an all bung it
Absolutely love
in and it comes out like that.
lemony.
Sweet Caroline is in cinemas now. It'll be out in streaming, I think, the Sky later on in the year. Faye, thank you.
Well done, Faye.
Thank you for championing independent cinema.
Thank you, and it's great to get
Let's
everyone
rock.
along to see a good British film.
Thanks, Faye.
Yes.
And Joel joins us now.
There was someone
oh my
French,
goodness.
just like you, who's moving matches.
Oh, yeah, it was my long-lost brother. Joel Domé.
How are you?
I'm really well. How are you? You are absolutely smashing this.
Oh.
Thank
You're
you very
both
much,
so
Joel
good. You
Domé.
make it look so easy. Whenever I do any presenting, everyone's like, God, that looks so hard. You guys make it look so good.
That is not true. Now, tell us about In With a Chef.
This is a great format, Joel.
It's so good. It's so fun. It's basically, you sort of have these people who shout at the telly and we would say what you see, but that's unfortunately already a
Someone's had
catchphrase
that.
from someone else's show. But they shout at the telly and it creates the most wonderful moments with people just sort of trying their best to sort of see what's on the telly. It goes so quickly. They get themselves in a real sort of tizzy and it's honestly the most fun to present.
There's
I
something
really love
magical about hosting a quiz show or a game show, particularly when you know the answers and you hear the answers that the contestants are kind of come up with. I get asked an awful lot about Tipping Point. How do I keep a straight face when someone comes up with an answer that is particularly funny or bizarre? Now, of course, you have to try because you can't give it away. How do you cope with some of that, John?
I'm really bad at it. I'm really awful at it. I was... this is... Especially when you know the answer.
Yes.
I know the answer so rarely. I think there was one where it was a fax machine, I think, and they were like, and I just went, fax! And then I suddenly realised what I'd done. And of course, in the sort of fairness of it all, they had to stop the show.
Yes.
They have to then go back to the exact moment I said fax, and they have to change the fax for something else.
And the adjudicators come down
and all. Come down. It's like a sort of supply teacher when you know you've done something wrong. And
I've done it. You just want the ground to open up as well because they're trying so hard, and then you give them the answer, and then there's other contestants.
There's other contestants. I've held it up for ages. There's like crew waiting, and it's good. Like lunch is late because I shouted facts.
And the contestants now, obviously they know the show. Is there like strategies that they have?
It's interesting actually because this series, I feel like there's a lot more people who sort of know the show, so they're a lot better at it.
Yes.
They've practiced, exactly, and they know the format now. And then we've also got those ones who sort of just go crazy and they shout everything, that real mixture. It's the same with Tipping Point, isn't it? It's that wonderful thing. The casting of the contestants is so important. And you just have, like, these great, wonderful characters from across the country, lots of different accents, and it's just what I love, just hanging out with them for a day. Like, it's the dream.
Well, can we be your contestants today,
Yes.
Joel? Would that be possible?
Yes, you can. I think we've
So
sorted
they're
something
always
out for
glasses
you.
are
So we're going
on.
to play In With the Shout. You're going to test us. So this is our sense of...
OK, this
OK, so we're
is...
looking at...
your category is going to be types of cat.
Oh, no. Are you a cat person?
Not especially.
No,
You
me
are
either.
literally a cat person. OK, so can we get this? There's 60 seconds on the clock. See how many you can get. 3, 2, 1. Benny Cat, shout at the telly.
Garfield.
Yes, it is.
Tony the Tiger.
Yes, it is. We love our
Catwoman.
Catwoman.
Sylvester. Felix Cat.
Yeah, we'll take it. Felix the Cat.
Jaguar.
Jaguar. We're moving up the ladder.
Caterpillar.
Yes, it is.
Tom Cat.
Yes, it is. It's perfect. 7 out of 7.
Cheetah.
It's a snow leopard.
Snow leopard. Yes, it is.
Katsu curry.
Katsu curry is my favourite Wagamama order.
Catamaran.
Yes, it is. 10 out of 10.
Catapult.
Catapult.
Pussycat dolls.
Pussycat dolls.
It's a leopard. Cheetah.
Cheetah. You got 13 out of 13.
Oh,
and that's Puss in Boots.
Yes, it is. Congratulations.
Would we have won?
We had 13 seconds left.
Almost certainly won.
Put it there, partner.
You absolutely smashed it.
Are you doing a celebrity version of this yet, John?
We did one episode of a celebrity version, and it was so fun.
Can we come on?
You can
Will
definitely
you
come
reserve
on.
us a place?
That was
Are
an
you
audition,
in,
and you absolutely passed. You
I
passed.
tipped horse riding, diving.
Is, though, the magic of any picture round in any quizzes, everyone can get joined in. And you know, and I know, because we make a show similarly, but you can, kids, parents, grandparents can all sit. You've got a range of pictures that everyone can join in, making that family show on a Saturday night.
When people message you and go like, oh, you know, send you videos of their kids getting involved and trying to like, and honestly, it's just an absolute dream to sort of be in that position where people are singing along to your shows and getting involved. It's like, I love it so much.
But to be honest, even Masked Singer is like that. Like, if you see, like, the idea of Masked Singer on a piece of paper, you turn around and go, that is never going to work.
I know.
And yet, I see my boys in front of the TV with you on there, take it off. They love it.
It's so great. And, like, you know, and that's what telly's all about, isn't it? It's just getting the family together on that sofa and all ages watching a show that's so ridiculous.
Yeah.
That we all love making together. And now it means so much more having a family of my own.
Yeah.
Starting to understand that having that sort of time with them and
wait till Wild and Hannah are like doing it as well. Take it off. Yeah, totally.
You are running the marathon on Sunday.
I am.
And you are committed to the marathon because you're running in Danny's costume, Piranha.
Yes, Piranha.
You're a nutter.
This is not a small costume, Joel, to be running in.
Very big. I'll be honest, slightly bigger than I remembered. I went for a run this weekend. I went down to Brighton where they keep the costumes. There's an amazing company called Plunge who make them all. They're so incredible. And I ran from their offices just to test out the costume.
In Brighton?
In Brighton. And when you're running the London Marathon in a costume, it kind of makes sense because you're running along with everyone. It's fine. I didn't really think it through. I did it at 3:30 when the schools were kicking out. I had, like, kids running after me, like, kicking the costume and stuff.
Piranha, Danny!
Exactly. It looked absolutely insane.
And you're running it for charity, right?
For an amazing charity called Shooting Star Hospices. And me and Danny went and visited one of their hospices the other day, and they do amazing work for children with end-of-life care, and like they're just seeing what they do just means so much.
What is the hopeful finish time on Sunday?
Right, I've looked it up online.
Yes, because I said you can break world records.
Right, exactly, and apparently the fastest fish is 4 hours.
OK.
You can do that.
I feel like I could do a 4-hour fish.
Get a world record?
Yeah.
The fastest fish.
I'm also, like, scared that I might die in a fish costume.
You'll be good, you'll be good.
Stay there for a moment. The loose women are coming up next. Morning. Hi, Charlene. What do you got?
It's afternoon now, Ben.
Yes, it is. I keep doing that. I still haven't learned.
We're asking, should balaclavas be banned in public spaces? Also, as Ollie Murs returns to work just days after his daughter is born, is there pressure on partners to return too soon? Plus, reuniting with his on-screen daughter-in-law, Larry Lamb, will be here. We'll see you in a couple of minutes.
She's right, it's definitely afternoon. Right, fastest fish.
Fastest fish.
Sub 4 hours on Sunday.
Here we go. You can donate as well on my Instagram if you want to do that. Please do. It'll be very well.
Lovely to see you, Joel.
Good luck, Joel. Good luck.
Doing amazing.
On tomorrow's Miss Morning, well, there's loads of stuff.
Taylor's new album's coming out. Have a great day. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.
This Saturday, the greatest talent show on earth is back as Britain's Got Talent finally returns to our screens.
Yeah, and as they dust off those buzzers, we sent Josie to meet the formidable judges.
It's back. This Saturday sees Britain's Got Talent return for another series of the sublime, the ridiculous and the downright weird. It's one of the most prestigious talent shows on TV, so to celebrate its return, This Morning has sent their most prestigious presenter, that'll be me, to go behind the scenes and interview the judges. What do you think about that then? Hey man, bit harsh. 17th series, congratulations guys, I cannot believe it. Every year, you know, you think, what's going to be different, what's going to be different, but what is different from this show now?
It's felt really authentic this year, very real and very much like it did when we first started doing Britain's Got Talent. Yeah, it feels like more like hairbrush holders doing some of the auditions. Do you know what I mean?
Is it a lot of singers this year then? Is it?
Well, it's just, it's a good spread. It's a good spread of everything.
You've got honestly to God everything already. Someone then comes out and brings out a hose pipe and uses a trumpet. And I think that's brilliant.
They bring out a hose pipe and start playing it. And
on this series, they play a hose pipe.
I think you've got to have the mind of a child to enjoy this show, which is
why
why Bruno's brilliant.
Simon, Amanda, looking back 17 years ago, did you ever think, like back then, on that first day, that you would be here 17 years later?
I will never forget what Simon said to me. He said, we've been to the network, they're not so sure about this show, we're going to do this, we'll see what happens, but I'm not, you know, I'm not expecting anything much.
Well, the show was actually pulled.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, it was pulled 3 days before we started filming.
I love this story.
And I just didn't tell anyone. And I was thinking, well, we're just going to have to make it and somehow find the money.
Do a car boot or something.
Whatever. and I text that person on the first day, literally, I think after 1 or 2 acts, and I went, it's a hit.
And Bruno, this is be your second year.
My second year. I can't believe it.
Last year, you had a few golden buzzer issues, Bruno. In particular, when he broke the rules and pressed it for the second time.
He wasn't quite clear on the rules last year.
Well, I didn't know. I mean, I asked him, what are the rules? And he said, well, there are no rules.
Yeah, don't ask Simon what are the rules.
Yeah,
he doesn't follow any.
Well, there shouldn't be any rules.
And not content with only breaking the rules last year, Bruno went one further this time round and broke the golden buzzer itself.
It was the second act in and he broke it. So and then we had to use
and we used 3 already. It was all stick together with
3 on
three
one
golden
day.
buzzers on the first day.
All
and
for
it
different
was
acts.
Held together by sellotape. You think with a show with this big a budget, we'd have a spare one, wouldn't you? Nothing.
Well, I don't think they're supposed to break. Basically. Not something you think about. Oh, we better get about 4.
We better have backup.
I've learnt to embrace all of it. I think when I first started out on the show, yes, I was biased towards singers and dancers, but I really love all of it. I love to be surprised.
I think all 3 of you, you know what you like and what you don't like. Because you can't be an expert on everything. Exactly. I mean, like I said, when someone pulls out a hose pipe and starts playing it as a trumpet, what am I supposed to say? Oh, I really know about this.
Oh my God, it sounds like farting.
You know, talking about if you just want to do it, do it. I've always wanted to audition. And Alicia Dixon has been an idol of mine growing up. And I don't know if you know this, but I am a rapper.
Oh, no.
No, you're not.
Oh, come on, let's see.
No.
Get on the mic, that's me, Josie. Get on the floor and swing your body. Heading it down now, ready to go. I said a woman, that body, baby, back and forth. I said it's a Josie, baby, on the mic, and I get on the floor and swing your body. Oh, no, ready to flow. Are you really, really, really ready to go?
I'm ready.
I'll take you there. I'll blow you out of that atmosphere. Like I just don't care, I'm everywhere. Like I just don't care, I'm everywhere. But I don't know whether it is golden buzzer worthy.
It's not.
Well, do you know what? From talking to you guys and from what I've been hearing, it's going to be a fabulous series.
Oh,
so
cool.
Congratulations and good luck with it all.
Thank you for coming
Best
down.
judges ever.
Thank you. Thank you, Josie.
I don't know. I'm clapping myself.
Thanks so much, Josie. And Britain's Got Talent returns this weekend with a double bill on Saturday and Sunday on ITV1 and ITVX. My next guest is a globe-trotting billionaire who's crossed the world in a hot air balloon, travelled into space and even lives on his own private island.
Not James Bond. It is, of course, the one and only Sir Richard Branson. He's real. Our one's real. Lovely to see you this morning.
Lovely to see you
Thank you
both.
for coming in. You are releasing your audiobook, your memoirs. You've sort of combined them and gone back over them and re-recorded them. I wonder what it was like going back over those stories. Were there things in them that you'd forgotten?
Yeah, there were lots of things. I mean, we set up a makeshift studio with mattresses and under my house on Necker Island, and we couldn't have the air conditioning on, so I was sitting there in my underwear,
boiling hot,
going back over 70 years and dripping. But you know, I think all of us should write a book. It doesn't matter who you are. Everybody's got a fascinating life. Life is fascinating, and so I was reading it for my kids and for my grandkids, and then maybe for their kids and grandkids, and you know, sometimes I sort of said, as I came to certain chapters, this guy must have been off his head for sort of trying to kill himself yet again in another hot air balloon crossing or whatever. But it did make for, I think, an exciting life, exciting stories, and you know, and I've just been lucky to have had one hell of an adventure.
But I think that's what makes your story so exciting, is the fact that you don't mind, you don't seem to mind failure. You seem to just go for it. If you believe in something and you truly want to do it and you have the passion, you go for it, and you kind of don't let those voices in your head tell you, but what about this, and what about that, and what if it doesn't work?
No, my favourite words is "screw it, let's do it," and so you know, people will you know, come with some outrageous idea to I don't know, take on British Airways or
fly to space,
transform the trains company's industry, or you know, create a cruise company that is unlike any cruise company that's ever been tried before. And my attitude is, yeah, you know, screw it, let's try it, and if we fall flat on our face, we'll move on to the next thing.
Yeah.
And sometimes we have fallen flat on our face, and sometimes it's worked out. So, but we've had one, you know, hell of a lot of fun. You know, just trying and learning all the time, just learning about new things.
Yeah.
And, you know, and when I was, you know, very young, my mum would, you know, always wanted us to stand on our own 2 feet. She would, you know, push me out of the car aged 5 and told me to make my own way to Granny's house, and I got lost on the way, and she got in a complete panic. But, you know, she'd managed to, you know, it was her way of saying, right, you know, you can do it. You don't.
I mean, these days that would be frowned upon.
She'd be arrested today, and I'm not recommending it to any mums out there.
I think, as Kat says, and I think one of the things that you've embraced is failure is such an important part of learning, and you've had so much success. But I wonder if you can share some of the things that didn't work and what that taught you.
I've had lots of things that, I mean, we took on Coca-Cola and with Virgin Cola.
Yeah, I'd forgotten about that.
And for 2 years, you know, we were out selling Coke in Tesco's and other places, and then we made the mistake of going to Times Square in a British Sherman tank and crushing a whole lot of Coke and Pepsi cans, as you do, and they got on a big DC-10 at Atlanta, and they flew it to England full of SWAT teams and money, and suddenly just Virgin Cola disappeared from, you know, all Tesco's shelves and other people's shelves, and you know, nobody could get Virgin Cola anymore. So they basically.
And was do you think that was that big publicity stunt that you tried, sort of riled those big multinationals up, and they thought, right, we're going to put this guy back in his place?
And you know, British Airways did the same to us with Virgin Atlantic.
Yes.
But they launched what was called the Dirty Tricks campaign, but because Virgin Atlantic was a better airline than British Airways, and because we managed to take them to court and, you know, prove the extreme tactics methods they were using and win quite a famous case, we survived. But with 2 cans of Coke, we couldn't have been that much better, whereas with Virgin Atlantic, we were palpably better than them.
And that's one of the things that you always do, is you always do travel by Virgin. You travel on the planes, you travel on the ships, you do that so that you can constantly push the envelope.
Yeah, I mean, it's important, if you run a company, you've got to. I mean, I flew in on Virgin Atlantic this morning. I get out, met all the passengers, met the staff, have a notebook on board, write, take notes, little suggestions and ideas. And
do they all get nervous when you come on? Hello, sir.
The most common question I get asked was, are you on every flight? but there was one girl who was brand new, first time as a stewardess on Virgin, and so it's lovely to be able to welcome somebody on board.
Yeah.
We're going to finish with a few quick-fire questions for our billionaire on the sofa, if we may. Things that our production team are thinking, what would you ask a billionaire if you could? All things that everyday people think about all the time, and they wonder whether you would as well, Richard. If we can start with these. First question, do you do your own food shopping?
Nope.
There you go.
I have a wonderful wife.
Okay. Do you ever check your own bank balance?
Nope.
No, don't have to do that. What does someone buy you as a present?
Which would be, I'm always borrowing money to do the next project, so there wouldn't be any money in it. And I'm not officially a billionaire anyway. But...
Not officially. Let's not let that get in the way. What does someone buy you as a present? What are the best presents you get?
Obviously, love. I mean, just time with being surprised with the grandkids turning up, or
same as anybody else.
Yeah.
Do you ever cook, and what's your signature dish?
I can now use the microwave.
The microwave.
Anything that warms up in the microwave.
Nice. Have you ever thought that's too expensive?
Oh yes, all the time.
What was the last thing that you thought was too expensive?
I don't like sort of wasting money on, on expensive things.
So you don't waste money. You're quite frugal when it comes to the things.
Yeah,
that you need.
I'll turn off lights, and I'm frugal. I mean, I started with nothing, and I appreciate having created some things, but I never created them for the money. I still
and that's the drive.
The ideas.
I just love creating. And
absolutely.
One of the worst words I hate is the word billionaire, because I think you are what you are. You create things. What you're worth is not how you should be labelled, in my opinion. And I just see money as a way to be able to create new things, create new jobs, create things you can be proud of.
And you've done a lot of those things, as you will find out if you listen to the books. They are really gripping. Richard, lovely to see you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
And well done with what you've created here.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. And John Bon Jovi joins us now. Good morning. I mean, when you see those clips, it's such an honest documentary. I mean, it really isn't a puff piece.
No, all the blemishes are there. You see your life flash before your eyes just before you pass away. I don't think I'm dead yet.
You're not.
Very much alive.
Yeah, I know.
There is so much in it, John. Like, we've all loved your music for decades now and seen that sort of that journey that, as a band, you've been on, and the way that whole music landscape has changed. I wonder how you found looking back and going through some of that old footage.
It was emotional. It was emotional. We, the band, got together maybe 6 months ago and saw a rough cut. It's the last time I watched it. And it was emotional. There was the highs, there was the lows. Because really, to have an honest-to-goodness career that lasts 40 years, there has to be highs and lows. And you have to acknowledge both.
Yeah, of course. And what were those moments like when you were sifting through all of the back catalogue? Because there are moments in the movie where you're literally going through tape
cassettes and notebooks.
Back in the day, and then you see this moment where you watch yourself going on stage all those years ago at the Giants Stadium.
Right.
And you talk, and you're like, that kid's excited.
He was very excited. There was a lot of caffeine in that system. I was bouncing off the walls before I got onto the stage, yeah.
But do you get that feeling back when you watch it? Is it a slight of out-of-body experience, or do you go back
You know,
there and
I think it's the wisdom of having, you know, the experience and looking back on that kid. You've been asked throughout your career, what would you tell the younger you?
Yeah.
Slow down. It's okay.
Pace yourself.
We're going to be here. You know, it all works out in the end.
Yeah.
There is one of the things that you do broach and you show a lot of the work you have to put in with your voice at the moment, John. And
Yeah.
You've been very honest about some of the struggles that you are having with singing. And you've said if you can't be the John Bon Jovi that you always have been, you're not going to do it. Where are you with the voice at the moment? How is it?
You know, what people will see in the film had been shot 1 year and 2 years ago.
Okay.
So I'm much further along in the process now. We have a new album that's coming out in June. I had no issues singing it. The successful surgery happened. Now it's all a part of the rehabilitation of a vocal cord. You got to remember that your vocal cords are as big as your thumbnail. They're this big. You know, and it's out of your control, really.
And every time you sing, they work really, really hard.
They work hard.
The way you sing.
You know, for 40 years, they've worked hard.
He's the original front man.
Yeah.
You know?
But
Absolutely.
it's coming along, thank you.
And so, do you think there is a chance you'll tour again? Because in the documentary, you compare it to Tiger Woods, actually.
Yeah, coming back to the Masters.
And being kind of 80% of...
100% of 80%.
Exactly.
Right.
Do you think you
That's
will?
unacceptable.
That's unacceptable
my
to you.
hope is to, my intention is to.
But if you're not at 100%...
Then I'm done. You know, it would be that simple. But like I said, believe me, folks, thank you very much, but I'm very far down the road of recovery at this point.
Okay.
I'm not there yet, but for me, the bar is that 2.5 hours a night, 4 nights a week. You know, that's what we do. You know, if we're going to play, we play.
It's amazing, though, when you think back to young John and what he got away with, and it just all came so naturally when you were singing, and it wasn't something you worried about, I bet.
Yeah, I'd never had any issues, you know, physically. So this was a surprise to me.
A lot of the stuff in the documentary that's so wonderful to look back, because as a kid of the 80s, as was Kat, the look, and particularly the hair, John. And what I loved was the idea that your dad was one of the first guys that helped with the styling of your hair.
Well, he was a hairdresser. My dad was a hairdresser. It's not that he created that.
But no. But if you think about the impact that look had, to have your old man doing that, I mean, do you ever sort of turn around and go, Dad, how did you let me go on stage looking like that?
No, you know, but like I said, it was the way that every kid in the mall in America looked. You know, I've had such a privileged life. My baby pictures are public.
Yeah.
Yours are not. You know?
Oh, no, some of ours are. Believe me, some of them
We've got a baby picture of the two of you from 24 years ago.
Where is it?
Oh, yeah, hold on,
Let's have a look. Have you got this?
You do? Oh, good.
I'm really little.
See the UK. I think it's year 2000.
I don't know,
They'll
was
try
it
and dig it out.
2000?
Oh,
They'll dig it out.
Summer, we'll show you.
There we go. There we go.
So there's Kat.
Oh, there
I'm
you go.
a baby, and you're a baby too. There's a sign of you that's a baby as well. But I think that was one of the things about the documentary that struck me was you were also honest, and each person had their own
truth.
Yes, that's what you said.
Correct. You know, we didn't want to have a vanity piece here. If we were going to tell this 40-year journey, it had to be everybody's truth, because no matter what we talk about here today, we're all going to take this experience home differently.
Yeah.
You're going to, decide what you got out of today's conversation. So everybody deserved to have their viewpoints heard.
And you don't shy away from Richie leaving and the drama and the trauma that all caused you.
Sure.
How was that to hear him talking about it as well, though? Because it's no holds barred, isn't it?
No. He had some issues, you know, and it was unfortunate. Nobody expected it. There literally was a show that night, you know, as 20,000 people waiting in the arena, and he didn't show up. So it was heartbreaking. And it's been 11 years, so we've obviously all had to move on from that. But there's nothing but love. You know, there was never any animos. He had issues that he, just had to confront.
And did you watch the show together?
We did watch the first 3 episodes together.
I love that. Round at your house or his house?
My house, yeah.
And what did you discuss as you watched it?
Look what happened. Yeah.
Did you? No, but it didn't resurrect any emotions or anything.
There was joy as we sat together. It was just the two of us. I can't reiterate enough. There is no animos. He's taken a path on his journey.
Yeah.
That being in a rock band is not a life sentence.
Yeah.
He was there for 30 of the 40 years.
Yeah.
you know, everything along the way is what got me to where I am today.
Yeah.
Could you see him coming back? Could you do some stuff
There's
together?
always an opportunity. He knows 3/4 of the songs. but it's not that I'm looking for that or he's looking for that or anybody's looking for that.
It'd be a wonderful reunion, though, for you guys and for the fans as well, of course.
Like you keep saying, there's no animos, I swear to you.
Yeah, yeah.
One of the things, there's so much in the documentary, the album cover, Slippery When Wet, and how that came about, but also Living on a Prayer. You talk really honestly about the fact that you guys wrote Living on a Prayer and you were like, yeah, it's all right.
No, it was good, but you have to remember that the simplicity of...
Smartly about it, where you say, when he was there, I had something to reach for. I could see it, I could be it. And your friends in real life, you go on fun car journeys.
Sure, we're old friends, but the E Street Band, there were 7 members.
Right.
The Asbury Jukes, there were 10 members. This was 25 miles south of my childhood home. Chances are you went to a bar and one of them was going to be there. So it was like touching Santa Claus wherever you went, which made the impossible seem possible. The English bands that we were brought up on, the Rolling Stones, the Beatles, Led Zeppelin, Queen, Elton John, those were bigger than life.
Yes.
But when you had the E Street Band and the Asbury Jukes 25 miles south and they were making records and singing songs about our backyard, it made the impossible seem possible. And they were 12 years older than I was, so they were always like big brothers.
Yeah, they've got advice for you. And now you actually take a car journey together. And...
Yeah, it's a story in the film now that's getting a lot of pickup because I guess it makes sense. You know, you have the two of us driving around New Jersey. People see it and they think, you know, it's George Washington and Thomas Jefferson. You know?
It's like pictures of Bigfoot.
It's Bigfoot, yeah. and you know, we do that often.
Do you?
Yeah, we do.
Like about what?
5 times a year, 6 times a year. So every couple of months we just go for a few hours. No phones, no radio, no body.
Yeah.
So that we can just, you know,
just
catch
chat.
up.
So there's no music. You're not arguing over who
unless we're playing each other a new song. Or
right. Okay.
But other than that, it's the radio's off because the time is catching up with friends.
Precious.
Talking of music, on the new album there is a song that you've dedicated to your daughter. Because of course you're now.
She may be the only one on the planet that hasn't heard it at this point.
Oh yes, because it's for her wedding.
I was too afraid to play it for her.
No.
So she's not heard it. When is she going to hear it?
On the day?
On the wedding day?
No, or when the record comes out. Sometime between now and then I will get a backbone and play it for her.
Isn't that funny that after all these years you're still nervous about playing a song for your daughter that you've written for her wedding?
I wrote a little song when she was 5 years old called I Got the Girl on an album called Crush that had It's My Life on it. Now she's 30 years old and getting married. You blink your eye and these things happen.
I know.
And so there's a song called Kiss the Bride on the record that's quite moving for me as the dad.
That sounds big. And of course, your son's getting married to...
Two of my sons are getting married, but one of them, yes, Jake and Millie Bobby Brown.
Lovely Millie Bobby Brown, so you're welcoming her into the family.
Yes,
How are you feeling about sort of the growth
there
of the family?
There is, it's crazy time. You know, 3 weddings in a year.
That sounds like a film
Richard
title.
Curtis movie. That's what it is.
And the album.
Yeah, and the documentary's called Thank You, Good Night. This doesn't mean the end, does it?
No.
Good.
You know, when you think about it from my perspective, the last thing I say to an audience on any given night is, thank you. Thank you for giving me a couple of hours of your life. And I wish you well into the good night.
One of the things that we have here, of course, you'll know of Glastonbury, and there is the Legends slots on a Sunday night, the Glastonbury. Bon Jovi, would they ever be keen to go down and do Glastonbury? Would you do it?
I've done about every other thing in this nation, you know. I mean, why not?
Yes. Let's get Emily Evis on the phone.
How many
on the phone? We could sort this out before the end of the show.
Hyde Park and Wembley and everything else. I mean, sure. If we go out on the road again, what's the big, you know,
What's the big deal?
Bon Jovi at
No
Glastonbury.
big deal.
And
no
loads of
biggie.
people getting in touch, John Imogen. Seeing you guys at Wembley in 1995, the most surreal experience I've ever had. The whole stadium was rocking. Wendy, I love Bon Jovi. My room was covered in their posters. Karina's been in touch. She said, my mum met John and the boys back in 1989. They signed her arm. She then got them tattooed. Have you got the picture? There you go, look. That's Karina's mum's arm that was signed by all of Bon Jovi.
Crazy.
She's had tattooed on.
Sorry.
Sorry.
It's just amazing, Jay. I'm a massive fan of Bon Jovi. We'd love it if Richie would come back. Is there any chance we haven't? We've already talked about that. Batsy, your music is medicine for the soul. Your songs open me up to seeing the beauty within the chaos of the world. So thank you.
Brilliant.
There's an amazing array of messages from different people that just love the music, John.
It
Thanks
fascinates me, and I'm grateful for all of it. Thank you.
Thank you for coming on. Thank you and Good Night is out on the 26th of April, Disney+, and the album Forever is in June.
Yes.
Couldn't you continue good luck with the vocal rehab and all that?
Yes,
and fingers crossed, we'll
keep going, keep going. We want 100%.
Yeah, too right.
John Bon Jovi.
Thanks, guys.
Sharon Marshall's inviting you to join her on a trip to Corrie now, where she knows the perfect place to grab a cup of tea and a breakfast balm and a soap legend.
Today, that Mr. Cropper has a history of flouting the law and absconding.
Well, David Nielsen, thank you so much for coming, and thank you for joining our Soap Legends series. It's 30 years next year.
Yeah.
Did you ever think you would be here for this long?
It was 6 episodes to start with, but I did fancy, I thought, I wouldn't mind 5 years of this. Because it was beautifully written, it was very funny, and he was brought in to stalk Deirdre, and he was like a Norman Bates character at the top of this house.
Anyway, just give us a shout if you need out. Last door, top of the stairs. I'm usually here.
Right back to the beginning, as you said, it was this thing of, is he benign or is he dangerous? It was creepy Cropper.
And yes, he was in your face, and he stood too close, and you know, he just didn't quite get it.
Forget this, I'll make other arrangements.
Mr. Gilroy, where are you going? Mr. Gilroy! Mr. Gilroy!
Well, I managed to take it into the direction that he's okay. He's, you know, you might not want to live next door to him, but he's all right.
And so, after 6 successful episodes, Creepy Cropper became a part of the Weatherfield furniture, and his character developed with the help of his real-life wife.
Because my wife was a special needs teacher, and she said, well, he might have Asperger's. He might just actually be very literal and not get it, and that it's quite innocent.
Amazing little creature, the pipistrelle. Do you know, in one night, it can consume over 3,000 insects.
Those details that have made us love him, the shopping bag, the bat loving, the trains, where do all those details come from?
They came from the fact that he was always asking Deirdre if she wanted shopping, and I thought I'd rather have, you know, this bag. He was just ahead of his time. It was a bag for life before, you know, it was just the way it was. And I don't know, I didn't intend for it to be sort of welded to his hand every time he went out.
What is in it? Your scripts?
Yeah, a pair of marigolds.
Brought me own gloves.
One of my storylines that really made me fall in love with him, it was Hayley. Originally, I think this was supposed to be a very short-running storyline.
Yeah. When they decided that he was benign and they liked the character, the law of soap says you have to have a relationship then.
What I'd like is if eventually you and me could possibly think of having a relationship.
The initial thing was that it was a device, that he was going to run a mile when he found out that she'd been born as a man. But the casting of Julie was brilliant. And also our sympathies are very much with these characters. For me, it was about bullying as much as anything. It was just difference. Why can't you be that?
You are the best partner that I could ever opt for. Now, shut up and keep that back straight.
They were very much about bringing in the waifs and strays, weren't they?
Yeah, if they could help, they did. And they never really reject anyone.
We know on screen he's taken these people in, he's helped the Beckys, and you and Hayley have taken people in the world, and he's a good man that tried to help this lost soul, Lauren.
Yeah, and he would again. I think he would again. He's admirable. Are you under the weather at all?
No.
It's just that you haven't been yourself all day.
I'm fine.
Admirable he may be, but in true soap fashion, this kindness, and, well, Roy being Roy, has led to a wrongful charge of murder. So what does David think of this latest storyline twist?
He's his own worst enemy. I mean, he needs support from himself. I mean, he puts himself there. I'm amazed, you know, that I haven't been in prison before, because everybody else has.
Could you sum him up? How would you describe him?
Anyone except he's his own man. He's his own man. And he can't be any other, that's the thing. It's not like he can't act being, you know, that's what he can't do. I love him, and he's been very good to me. Just shows, you know, people are all right, otherwise they wouldn't relate to a character who's essentially kind. There's a thing like, you know, be a bit more Roy.
Cool dude, it seems.
Do you think he was ever a cool dude?
Just such a fabulous character.
He is.
Always has been such a fabulous character. Sharon, thank you for that. It was brilliant.
Thank you.
It's an absolute treat to have Sir Ian McKellen with us this morning. Thank you for coming in.
He's made friends.
Leek tart and a lab. I mean, what more could you ask?
And look how happy Buddy is, by the way, in your presence.
And what's he going to be when he grows up?
Well, he's training to work with people with autism.
Autistic children.
Yeah. So he's going to be a help for someone who has autism.
And he'll live with them?
He will live with them, yeah. He'll become their companion.
Really clever.
Hey, Buddy.
Yeah. Oh.
Buddy.
Very obedient.
Oh,
very, very obedient.
Very clever. So you're currently on stage at the moment playing Falstaff.
I can't be bothered talking to you when I got a new pal. Yeah.
Do you have animals? Have you ever had animals?
I've often lived with dogs, but I live on my own, so I can't have a dog, really.
No. Do you miss having that companionship of an animal, though?
No, but when I do meet a friendly dog, it's lovely, isn't it?
Yeah. They are just so warm and generous with their spirit.
Absolutely.
You were on stage last night, Ian.
I was. I'll be on stage tonight.
Tell us about the play that you're doing at the moment.
Playing Falstaff.
Well, it's by William Shakespeare. I've got a mouthful of leek.
I know.
That's Clodagh's fault. There's a glass of water there if you'd like to have a little rinse.
And it's Henry IV, parts 1 and 2.
That's right. He wrote 2 plays about the same characters, and our director, Robert Icke, has put them together, which is often done.
OK.
And so it's all collapsed a bit. It's a long evening. It's 3 hours, 20 minutes.
Gosh.
And I played the part of Falstaff, who is... well, he's not a very nice man, actually. He's a thug and a villain. East End.
Yeah.
And violent. But witty. And he takes under his wing the young Prince, Harry. Nothing to do with the Prince Harry.
No. That's...
And he doesn't get on with his father very well, and Falstaff, my character, becomes a sort of substitute father and leads him astray, I'm afraid.
Yeah.
Great character to play, though.
Wonderful.
Absolutely.
But, oh, baby boy, do you want to come and be in the play with me?
Oh,
Falstaff can't lead Buddy astray.
No, absolutely
No. So there we are. That's what I'm doing at the moment.
Excellent, excellent. And you were also in Hamlet, that...
I know.
You were an 82-year-old Hamlet.
Ridiculous.
People can buy this on DVD, on Blu-ray, they can download it.
But it was during the time of COVID, right? So you
Yes, we were. Sean Matthias had the idea that I could play Hamlet. Because it isn't always what you look like, it's what you feel like.
No, it's the same as Laertes was played by a woman and your father was Francesca.
Yes, that's right, Francesca. My dad.
Yeah.
My dead dad.
Dead dad. Ghost of the dad.
So we were going to do it in the theatre. Couldn't do it because of COVID, and Sean said, all right, well, then why don't we film it, which we were allowed to do. And it doesn't take place on the stage of the Theatre Royal Windsor. It takes place throughout the building. In the dressing rooms, up in the flyers, in the cellar, on the roof at one point.
Yeah.
And it amazes me by being very, very clear, very exciting, very modern, it feels.
Yes.
And unlike any other Hamlet that's ever been. So if you know Hamlet well, this is a bit of a treat. If you don't know Hamlet well, I still think it works because it's a collapsed version. It's about 2 hours, and it races along. It's very exciting.
It's like the play within a play aspect a little bit, almost, by being shot in the theatre.
And it's just taken off.
Yeah.
And they lit Windsor Castle specifically for you as well.
Well, the Prince, what was he
Duke
called?
of Edinburgh?
Prince Philip had just died.
Duke of Edinburgh, yeah.
So, Duke of Edinburgh. So they were in mourning and weren't lighting up the castle. And I thought that was a pity, because we could have done with a bit of background of it looking like a castle. And, well, we inquired, and word came through, yes, that would be all right. So they turned the lights on specially for us.
You see, that's what happens if you're a Knight of the Realm.
Do you think so?
Ian, yes. Because they've knighted you, you're allowed to light up any of the castles you so choose.
Well, thank you for telling me that, because I've often wondered what the point of a knighthood was, really.
I think I may have just made that up, but you can have it if that helps it.
Thank you. Yeah, so nothing surprised me more when I saw it and realised what had been in Sean's mind.
Yeah.
And although it's actually quite moving that there's this old geezer, me, speaking this young language and feeling and thinking young, it works.
It's a fabulous watch. And I think you've said
brilliant.
this, people often come to Shakespeare to listen, not necessarily to look at what's happening, because the words are...
Correct. And we are an audience. Audio. Viewers watch television.
Yeah, quite.
Yeah.
Audiences go to the theatre.
Serene, it's lovely to see you. Thank you for
Lovely
joining
to
us,
see you. Thank you
especially
for
when you've
joining
been
us.
so busy.
It's so good.
That was a little look at Changing Ends, starring fantastic Oliver Savell as the young Alan Carr, along with Alan as well, who appears in it. They're both here. It's going to be on ITV1 tonight, isn't it?
Yes.
It's already been on ITVX.
Yes.
If you've watched the series, you can watch the whole thing, but it's coming to ITV1.
Yeah, 8:30 tonight.
Lovely to have you both here, Ollie. Lovely to meet you as well.
Oh,
You have
thank
just
you,
done the most extraordinary job. Before we get into how you become Alan, I wonder how you feel, Alan, because, of course, this is your life you're writing about. It's your life experiences and everybody watching and you as a kid in the 80s.
I know, it was so personal to write it as well. And I know everyone thinks, I'm full of beans and so confident, but sitting in that writer's room where I wrote it and the actors are finally saying all the lines, and it was, my heart was thumping. I was feeling sick and everything. But I'm just so pleased because, it's so personal. If people didn't like it, they didn't like me. I don't know, they slag off shows that I've been on, other ones, but this one is so personal.
Yes.
It's me. They don't like me.
But
how can they not like me?
But the reviews, Alan, have been absolutely incredible. When they came in, you must have been so pleased.
The Guardian said I was clever. They've never said
You
I've
are.
been clever.
You are. Because the thing is, when you watch it, and you were saying to me, you will absolutely love this show. And I was like, I think I'm really going to love it. It's heartfelt, it's funny, it's real. To me, it reminded me a little bit of Adrian Mole that I used to watch when I was a kid too.
And it's that lovely dose of nostalgia as well and everything.
Down to the telephone and the file of
Well, he
facts.
didn't know what any of these... I was explaining to him what a fax was. I said, now when you text, you used to put a bit of paper, put the code in, go... and then someone would get it 4 days later.
Did he just look at you as though you were mad?
I know. It was like I was a dinosaur.
Yeah.
It just doesn't make sense.
No, it doesn't make sense. You're absolutely right. Don't try and make sense of it, Ollie.
No.
Now, one of the reasons it's such an amazing show is because you found the perfect mini Alan.
Yeah.
Little Alan, played by Ollie here, is just... there you go. He's just like Alan as well, isn't he? What did you know of Alan Carr before you got the audition?
Oh, well, I mean, I'd seen him in, interviews and
Yeah.
his, chat shows and everything.
Were you a fan?
Yeah, I was, actually.
Did you name a cat after him?
No, oh, my God, no. It was before...
cat is called Alan.
Yeah, it is called Alan, yeah. But it was like, we sort of... we just done the taster.
Yeah.
We got the cat. We were thinking of names to call it. And then... my mum said, oh, why not Alan, as a joke?
Yeah.
And then it was like...
A joke?
And then it was like, oh, no, it actually really works.
And it fits. You've got a cat called Alan.
The cat does look like an Alan.
Does it?
Suits it,
does.
yeah.
So how did you prep for the audition? Because I know that... Didn't you put it out on Instagram? You were looking and looking.
Well,
You
we were
had
live on GMB, I think, when you first mentioned it. And you got inundated.
450 people.
450, and
Audition.
some of them were so heartwarming, some of them were just downright offensive. I don't want to see a kid in a fat suit, basically. But But they were like, but you know, we wrote the scripts, and ITV were loving the scripts. They said, but you know, if you can't find a young Alan, it's not worth you writing it. So we did, and it was like a movie. We went through 450, and he was in the last batch, and he came in and he gave such an intelligent, it wasn't, all right, my name's Alan. It was like proper, like, you know, a bit nuanced. Subtle, you know me, subtle. And as soon as he went out the door, we just all did a jump for joy when we've got him. We have got him.
So, Ollie, how do you do it? How do you become Alan? Where do you start?
Well, it's like the teeth really help because it sort of helps you get into character.
Which you never grew into.
Can I just say, it is a bit insulting when I'm on set and I can hear, comedy teeth for Ollie. Can you get the comedy teeth? I'm like, yeah, well, you can take yours out.
So, go on, you start with the teeth.
And then it's sort of like, well, it can't be, because obviously Alan's 11. So he wouldn't sound like he does now.
No.
He'd sound different.
Yeah.
So I sort of had to bring myself into the role a little bit. And obviously, like, still sound like him, but, like, sort of bring myself into it. So I sort of... I don't know how to describe it, but I just...
Was there vowels particularly you'd lean on?
Yeah, I had a dialect coach and he said Alan sort of spits out his words.
Oh.
Like...
Did they
No,
she won't be working on series 2.
So, God, can you give us... How did it... Could you... Is it easy for me to say or is it hard for me to say? Can you give us a little Alan?
Well, I mean, I can like...
Give us a go. Just,
go on, do it, love.
What do you want me to say?
No, because sometimes I'm sitting there on the set and he will struggle with, and I'll go, microwave.
Oh, is that the word to get you into it?
That's how it is,
Because sometimes he can't get it right, so I'm like, microwave.
And you sing it a little bit as well.
Yeah, it's sort of like, it's really hard to describe.
The thing is, I think my voice is quite like an old lady's as well, so he's got a lot to deal with.
A lot to deal. And having you on set as well, I like... If I was putting myself in your position, Ollie, that would be really difficult to have somebody on set that you're trying to do the little version of as well. That must be really difficult.
Yeah, because I guess it's one of those things that could, like, go wrong.
Yeah.
Because you could, like...
Good job I've got a thick skin, isn't it?
But was it also for you, because there are moments in there where, as are in all the best comedies, where you laugh out loud, and then you also get
really emotional.
An achy heart sometimes too. There must have been moments like that for
the
you.
bit in there when you're talking about the final scene in episode 6, I did burst into tears because it was just a bit too close to home, and his performance was just so magical. And then I was like, well, I'm getting choked up now, but I was like, oh, can you just give me a few minutes, because it was just... Yeah, it was just magical, and it just brought back a lot of stuff. And you know, when they asked me to write it, I wanted it to be pre-Watershed, because I want, if anyone's at school getting bullied or having a tough time, I want them to sit with their mum and dads and go, oh, I'm a bit different, my voice is a bit like this. You know, I don't feel like I'm like other people. So at least they can watch it and, you know, it can help them a bit, you know. And no, it does turn out all right.
Yeah.
Look, we're on this morning.
What do your mum and dad make of it?
Oh, they love it. They love it. Yeah, they really love it. And I was so worried, you know, about how they were going to take it. But it's a lovely show, isn't it?
Yeah. The end of the series is really emotional.
Oh,
yes,
the last one of the series. So series 2 is in the can.
Yeah, where do we go on the next bit?
Yeah, I think that's coming on ITVX in July or August. And so, and it's just a joy to write and stuff. But we carry on the whole story, and also... What would you say about this one, this next series? Is...
Well, I mean, I think gradually, as the seasons go on, he's, like, finding himself a little bit more. He's, like, discovering, like, new things about himself.
Yeah, and George Michael.
Yeah?
Those are the pop stars of the 80s.
Yeah.
And what about your mates then, Ollie? What have they made of you doing this big series that's been such a massive hit?
Yeah, I mean, like, they like it. When season 1 came out on ITVX, we, like, invited some of my friends and, like, some family and, like, watched it. It was, like, a little bit of a screening.
Lovely.
Yeah, everyone really enjoyed it.
Well, we have loved it.
Yeah, we did.
Really, really loved it, as has Buddy, clearly. very content between the two of you now. I gave Ollie some biscuits and that didn't go quite so
We
well.
thought it was going to be a disaster.
Start attacking with the biscuits.
Oh, dear.
That would keep everyone happy. Lovely to see you both. Thank you for coming.
Thanks, Alan. Thanks, Ollie. Brilliant.
And it starts on ITV1
tonight.
8:30. 8:30. And then the new series, ITVX, will be July,
August, yeah.
You're going to love it. He's all right. You'll be fine. Where's Alan the cat when you need him?
Yeah, where is he?
Very carried away. Chris has just sat down
Like
and
ninjas.
he's just given me the poster for this year's Carfest because there's so many people.
Just so I don't forget.
So you don't forget the names.
So good.
It's like there's 27 bands. You know how? So we roll.
Sam Ryder, Beverly Knight, Jake
Richard
Shears,
Ashcroft, Ollie
Hula
Murs,
Shaker, Reef.
UB40.
Yeah, Ollie Murs, UB40, Deacon
Damien
Blue.
Lewis.
Yeah,
He was
Johnny
on
H. Jazz.
Furnace
Great,
and the
isn't it?
Fundamentals.
For 20 quid for a kid, come on.
How on earth, so it's been going since 2011,
Yeah.
how on earth does it keep just getting bigger and better and more fun and more value for money?
You just get really good people to not sleep for a year who are good at their jobs and you just take all the credit. That's what you
Well,
do.
because Emily Evis is kind of your Obi-Wan, isn't she?
Yeah, so we started Carfest, like you say, we're 21 in, so we've done 21 of them. 21. So it's our 22nd this year. Every penny goes to charity, but you know that, and you've supported us loads over the years on this morning, so thank you, thank you, thank you. And, yeah, we did a few shows from Glastonbury for the BBC in the past, and I had breakfast with Emily and Nick Evis at the farm at Worthy Farm, and I said, she said, how's the festival going? I said, it's going great, thanks. Any tips? She said, well, you just to leave, you sow all the seeds and then you water the seeds all year and then at the weekend you just leave it, don't you? I went, no, I get really busy at the weekend. She said, no, just let it be at the weekend. And ever since I've done that, it's just better.
Do you feel like you can enjoy it more because you're less frenetic?
Yeah, it's like prepping for an exam. It's probably a good idea. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Did you do much prep for your exams back in the day?
No, I didn't, to be honest. But the anxiety of not doing that, it's better to learn the language before. Because, you have a few beers and you always think you can speak French, you can't.
Yeah.
You just...
But you're willing to give it a go?
It's drunken French, isn't it?
Yeah, you're willing to give it a go.
Yeah, and I've learned that organising the festival is probably the best way, but I'm so grateful. Like I say, 22 in, and, 22 this year. So.
And is that first one, sorry, Kat,
on,
first one, am I right in saying it was in Richard and Judy's back garden?
Yeah.
In Cornwall?
Yeah.
How did that happen?
With Moira Stewart in a horse box.
Of course it was.
It was.
Of course it was.
And a Yorkshire pudding in an air fryer.
Yeah. Go on, explain.
Well, no, because I wanted to do a family festival, and I wanted to call it Family Fest, but it was sort of too worthy for its own good. Yeah. I mean, that's what this has become. So Carfest is 7 festivals in one, and then at 4 o'clock every night, the bands kick off, right? So what happens is you get all these different things going on all day. You got like literally hundreds of acres, and you got Family Fest, Adventure Fest, you got Kids Fest, you got Retro Fest, you got Spa Fest, and now you got Star Fest. So we have all this stuff going on all day, and then at 4 o'clock the bands kick in. And the best way to sell a ticket in the beginning, way back, was to sort of call it a car festival. Yeah. For loads of reasons, doesn't matter why, but it was.
The people who love cars want to come along and see a car.
Yeah, and they got families and stuff like this. So we get them to pay for the ticket, and the family get in for free, or the family has to put up with whoever's coming to the car festival. So then we put a load of stuff on for them, and that started growing, and now that's mostly that. We actually thought about changing the name, but
really.
Yeah, we thought, too like, I don't know.
But it's become known as Carfest. Everybody knows what they're going to get.
But it's about 20% cars and about 80% everything else. The cars are really important, and Martin, who runs the cars, and it's at Jody Scheckter's farm, he was the Ferrari world champion. But it's loads of other stuff as well.
Because it's also raising loads of money for amazing charity. It started off Children in Need, right?
Yeah, so we did 100% Children in Need, and then we did 50% Children in Need. It's still 50% Children in Need. All the charities are on the website. They're all UK charities. They're all kids' charities apart from one, which is My Black Dog, which is for mental health, which is a text thing for mental health, which is all awesome. But every single penny we've ever made goes to charity.
Which is almost 30 million now.
It's 25 million in counting, so it'll be 26, 27 at the end of this year. But it works out about just over £1 million per festival. So it's just great, it's great, it's great. It's not, maybe we could push it for more, but we want more people. Look, we want it to be a win-win. So as many people can afford to come as possible. It's a third of the tickets are bought by 4 kids, but it's 20 quid a day for it.
Yeah.
To come to this, 20 quid.
With all of that on offer.
Yeah.
It's a brilliant, fun thing.
Carfest.org. I'd love you to come. You're very
When
welcome.
is it? The 23rd,
It's August
25th
bank holiday.
August
Bank holiday weekend.
Do we get that off here? Do we get that off
How's
here?
it, by the way, how is it going?
It's amazing.
It's so fun.
Loving it.
So you had your first run.
Yeah.
like your first half term.
Do you know that we'd never worked together before?
Yeah.
We'd never done that. We didn't give it a go or anything.
No,
did
I knew
we?
Paddy very well.
Oh, that doesn't make
not
any
as well as
difference.
Kat.
Well, Paddy knows Kat better.
Yeah.
Marginally.
But good energy means good energy. So you had the first run, and in school terms, this last fortnight was your half term.
Yes.
So you'll never get your first holiday from your first run back again.
Yeah.
And so coming back today feels different, I bet, doesn't it?
Really
well, I texted him and I said, I've actually quite missed you.
Of course.
It was a weird thing, because you're just kind of finding your feet.
Yeah,
and
then we stopped.
And then we really
But we had a
fun.
really lovely lunch. You'll remember those lunches before we stopped for Easter holiday, which was a lot of
What,
fun.
with the gang?
Yeah, with the team here. And actually, you know, the response that we've had from all the viewers, and we know how important this show is to so many people at home watching. And, of course, we're learning the job on air.
But it's really similar to your Virgin Radio show as well, because I feel like on your show, you never know who's going to turn up. You never know what guests. It could be a therapist, it could be a professor, an author, an actor. And this is kind of
that lovely recipe,
a similar thing.
Well, it's a bit like being
life.
I think a show like this is a bit like being a tennis player, right?
Go on.
In as much as you do it so much, you sort of don't need to train, because you're on for 2.5 hours a day, aren't you? Do you know what I mean? And so by the end of the week, you've done, what, 12 and a half?
Yeah.
Because you don't do Fridays, do you?
No.
So it's, what is it, 10 hours a week?
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
That's loads, isn't it?
It is.
So if
Like
you do
telly.
1 hour a week, you know, then you've got to do 13 weeks to do what you do in a week.
Yeah.
So you're going to learn so much more so quickly. And that's why, same on The Big Breakfast, you know, 1 week in, we were 10 hours in.
Yeah.
You know, 3 months in, we were like nearly 100 hours in.
And the wonderful thing, Chris, is it's 40 years, I think, broadcasting for you. Gabby's still working, you know, that whole
Here's
thing.
the next 40.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, 40 years.
I used to listen to Chris when you were doing Too Much Gravy on Radio 1 on a Sunday afternoon. I'd be doing my homework.
Yeah.
And I would listen to you on the radio.
That show ran for 6 weeks.
Yeah, but I'd listen.
Yeah.
I'd love it.
Yeah, it was
I
fun,
loved
man.
it. I remembered it distinctly.
And were you all here for Saturday for Anton Deck?
We weren't here.
I
We'd been
wasn't.
here a couple of weeks before. So when sort of Kat surprised the boys with what they were doing. But the scale of what they did, even the Saturday we were here, but last Saturday...
Everybody's raving about that show.
Yeah.
I actually didn't see it, but I'm going to watch it.
The scale of it
I'm
was...
gonna as well.
It was up there.
20 years, by the way.
By the way, can we just have a quick moment about the fact that you've left skid marks on our floor, on our studio floor?
By the way, they're the right kind of skid marks.
we need you to sign them, like you used to have to
we need
sign
to
the
put them
tip
into
by
context, Ben, in case people can't see the car. No, you're very welcome.
See them there, just...
So, do you know where this car came from?
No.
No.
OK, so this car came from Anton Deck's last show. They were going to give it away, but they ran out of time.
Well, should we give it away?
So we're going to give it away now, is that what you're saying?
No, that's where I got it from. They just said you can use this and pretend it's the Carfest car. Of course you can.
Can you imagine if we just go back...
Is it true you actually started Carfest because you weren't eating bread?
Yeah, so I gave up bread for 40 days and 40 nights, but I love bread so much. Because if you're not doing, it's hard not. So your brain doesn't recognise the word "not." So if you say "I'm not going to do something," it ignores the word "not" and picks up on all the other words. So you've got to start doing something else, and then the bad habit falls away.
Right.
So I thought, well, let's organise a festival.
Well, thank goodness you
21
did.
And you still did you go back to the bread though?
Yeah, of course. I
got back to the bread.
I'm off the booze.
Off the booze for a year. That's something else we need to talk about. Lovely to see you, Chris.
Thank you very much.
This is amazing.
Carfest is the 23rd to the 25th of August, and tickets are available now.
Yeah, carfest.org. Even if you can't stand the sight of me or the sound of my name, just have a look at the website. Please come.
It's an amazing...
Excellent.